Hello everyone, this is your Curia Fantastic Worlds letting you know that visiting hours for Hush House are now opened. Welcome back to the Book of Hours in Lovecraft Country. Okay, so let's discuss where we're going from here. Now we've got a storm, which means that we've got one of the best weather cards here for usage, for whatever we're planning on doing it. And of course, we've got our usual cycles we've started as well. So this one's going to be a little unusual, but bear with me on this one. So the first thing, of course, is that we are going to do our regular schedules. It means that we will grab, let's see, this one right here, place it here, and use metal in order to catalog yet another Dawn period book. There you go. Simultaneously that, we will grab health and do our daily manual labor helping the fishermen with their nets, or whatever, or secure their, I guess secure their nets would be more appropriate on storm day. I don't think they're going out there to try to fish. Well, let's get our small amount of pay from that, shall we? Second of all, let's go into which book we'll be doing today. Now, of course, either Sky or Art would be the most logical one, but one of the things we can do is right here we can grab the 12 Mystery Heart Lake Fusino recordings of folk dances and the Fusine marches, but it has a drums and dances skill attached to it, which we do not actually have anything of. So this will be a completely new skill, which would be kind of interesting. So let's grab the phonograph. Here we go. Let's put this one. Now the thing is, I also noted here. All right, let's get over here. Theresa Blake, which is the librarian who spent all the library's money, then disappeared, and then allowed the Nocturnal Bureau, aka the Suppression Bureau, to grab it. Yeah, maybe what if she was, set up? That would be exactly what they would do to try to get in control of this facility, now wouldn't it? Until, of course, it had the weird fire that didn't actually burn anything. Anyways, she invited a nameless friend, or according to Brown Coop tradition, her sister, and tradition usually has a grain of truth to it, to Hush House to recover from an illness. Theresa was uncharacteristically secretive about the whole business, perhaps because her own solid solicitude embarrassed her. She cooked her guest meal herself, read to her in the afternoons, and purchased his phonograph so her guests could listen to the Viennese opera. Now, I'm just thinking off the top of my head that there's a lot of drama here that I'm not aware of. Maybe we'll find some more. But anyways, let's grab Chore. That's 3 of the 12 we need. Let's see, we need a 4-point skill for Heart. Oops. What do we have? I think, let's see. Edicts and Volatile. This one's 3. This one's 4. There we go. Now let's grab, of course, the Lightning. That's 11, which is pretty good, perhaps. But we can also throw in Enduring Reflection, which gives us 1 of that. Okay, so we'll get that started, of course. Let's go. That's going to get what we do today for that. Now, that means 3 things that we're going to do right at the top of the hat. The first thing we're going to do is replace that Enduring Reflection. That's going to require us to have 2 memories. They're going to have a level 2 rose to them, which I have done with Moon's Egg and 3 flowers, half the tree. So let's get those knocked out. Now again, we're not going to be using Grail today, probably. So we can use this for Moon's Egg over on Viva's desk. Over here, again, Whist is not one of the ones we're using today. So we will grab Whist and for this Solomon's desk and let that loose. Okay, next we're going to try to increase the Glassry and Lysmithing skill using one of the Sights and Sensations. Although we could just use Sights and Sensations for itself. We'll get to that. We're going to get to that too. Alright, so first things first. We need to grab a memory that has Sky in it in order to do this. And I'm going to do something a little fun. You see, one of the things we can do with the pets, of course, is use them for memories. And I was told you can use the cat for Solace, which is a 1 Sky one. So let's talk to the bugger, shall we? So we're going to need another soul fragment. And I'm thinking what we want to do. Oh, it's such... It just keeps going. It's cute. Alright, time with the beastie. Alright, that should produce Solace, which is what we need. 60 seconds for that. And last but not least, we're going to use the Regret, which is 2 Winter, plus Salt from Pale Lady in order to be able to increase Sights and Sensations to level 2 itself. Again, we'll need another book, and we're not using a lot of Shap today, so let's knock it out and use it in our favorite desk right here by the fire. Alright, let's get those knocked out. That's our 3. When we get these 3 done, we will move on to other operations for the day. It's always good. Well begun is half done, of course. And hopefully well begun. Oh, I also forgot. We need to order another ham. Right. Let's get over to... Well, let's grab the stuff from Eva's desk. We can't use Eva's desk, but we're using it for reading, so we'll just grab the ink, and we've got this one free, I believe. Grab the ink here, and drop in the order form. I said drop in the order form. No, we need to begin again, and... Wait. Hang on, guys. Alright, so... Azrim Tea, Lapsum Tea, this is the wrong one. We need to use the other one. Tidy it up a bit. Again, and where's the ham? Thinking cocoa. Did I miss the ham entirely in the other one? I probably did. Copper wire glue ham. There it is. There it is. Silly me. Let's get that knocked out. Okay. Ograkor, Tisalak, Ograkor, a surprisingly chatty text by an entity identifies itself as the Excellency Natherbaris. Oh, good lord, this one's going to be a kicker, isn't it? Alright, so let's get that into our usual spot here, under the 12s for... There you go. Boom. That was weird. Also not sick. The book's not sick, which is good. But this also means that we need to get cracking with our morning nap. Alright, let's go. You go here. And there is your precious water. Alright, there you go. Simultaneously while that's happening, let's pop over here and grab from our fresh water supply from right over here. Come on, come on. Ooh, yummy. Boom. Let's get that started. Collect. We probably should just let it go. It's not going to be a super issue. But yeah. Ooh, hang on. What's this all about? Alright. So, while this is going on, let's get our pitcher of water. Now, this is going to be the second supply for here, because if you remember... Oops, it's up way up here. Alright, so let's get the water back in place here, while we're going through. There you go. Put back there. I know you can fit there. You know you can fit there. Let's do this together, shall we? Alright, grab this. Now, this is going to be the second one. Oh, good lord, everything just dropped at once. This is going to be the second one I pop over here, because remember the rule of 2. This is going to be 2 potential liquids for producing things like the Ashamil ink and such. And we're going to, of course, replace a full container with the things today. And now it suggests a meal will be welcome. Memory solace. Yep, we're going to feed the cat. And we're going to feed the cat is the ham I just ordered, because we've got one in reserve here. So, yeah. Oh, good lord, Terrence has to eat too. Let's deal with the cat first. Cat's going to be insistent. And we have to live with the cat inside. Okay. I gotcha. And this effort would be the other one here. Alright, there you go. Yum yum. Although I do want to see, hang on for a second, I do want to see what the beast says. Unimpressed cat. Recently there has been a dearth of food. You will understand the gravity of the situation. No doubt you're eager to rectify it. Anybody who's owned a cat, you know what we're doing here, right? Also, ironically, you can use Grail and Moth with him in this current state. Interesting. Alright, let's feed the cat. Anyways, we need to get the skill, which is going to be glaciers and lightsmithing. We'll grab this one. And then we'll grab this. And then we will grab, under Lescent, this. And that will bring us to level 2 when it comes to the glaciers. Excellent. Alright, so, grab the sixpence. You know what to do here. That will give us some... That will give us the heart back in a bit. Alright, Confounding Parallel, which is one of the 2 skills with 2 rows. This is Memory Gossip, another one with 2 rows. And this one, Memory Salt. Alright, so, first things first. Now, we're going to go up to the Shrine of St. January, which has a rose indication. Throw in these 2. Get us, let's see, where is it? Pearl and Tide for 8, and then, of course, Fet. Enduring Reflection is now being replaced, the one we used today, for our little excursion with sound, as it were. Now, of course, we have to use the salt with the, let's see, where is it? Got the salt with the memory regret and this, and we're going to need, let's see. Yep, we're going to need the FOST in order to produce that as well. All right, so while that's going on, let's get our stuff back into the office, shall we? Okay, and there you go. There you go, because we want the pale ones, not by the window where I can lose them. All right, there you go. Excellent, excellent. Oh, we got to get this order form over to the post office before it closes. All right, not really much of an issue, but, you know, there you go. And grab a shilling. There you go. We'll get our ham that we just fed our cat back. No, we don't need you right now. Okay, so the glaciery is now at level 2. So let's grab, Sights and Sensations. Where is it? There you go. We'll grab that, throw in FOST, throw in salt, throw in memory regret, and throw in that. Boom. No losses, so to speak. Alright, so that's done. And boom. Get our change back. Okay, so now we have established... Why is it's probably the only telephone on the island? Even in 1930 something. Are we in the 40s yet? No, we're probably it could be in the 50s for now, all I know. We're kind of stuck in stasis, if you hadn't noticed in this game. Time just doesn't move forward. Outside of, for us, anyways. It goes on outside. Alright, so, what do we got? Okay, you know what? Hang on. Not all at once. The wailing of flutes, the roaring of drums, cries like the birds lost in the marshes. There are songs in the sister sang to the sister witch, that the thunderskin roared to the sky. The songs which the Durzones of Mansus keep their vigil. Once heard, they are not forgotten. We have beguiling melody and drums and dances. Alright, so beguiling melody would be useful to do some increasing, but first things first, we need to do some stuff here. Metal is back. No, wait, stop. Need to figure out what else we're doing today. Got our health back. That's at level 3. The cat is happy. Alright, let's get the cat back in place. We know it's the most important thing to do right now, as well as getting the newly cataloged and read, or listened to. Not there, here. Thanks. Back to its usual place. As you can see, we're making progress in getting rid of the books, of the green books, but get you back in your place by the fire, because I figure the whole thing was us just, you know, cuddling the cat here. Now, there's probably ways we could have done that easier, but I just kind of like that. Anyways, drums and dances, level 1. Let's get it started. Deep breath. And we don't have a lot... Alright, right. And don't forget, let's replace the water. Okay. No gathering today, unfortunately. Metal is currently... We have both metal go up and running, which means we could catalog another book if we really wanted to. Sigh. Oh, we can't, actually. We're going to need that eyeball for a bit. So what are we going to do with those two? Come with an idea in a bit. Maybe make some Zothok essence, if we've got nothing better to do with our time. Alright. Okay. What's that? Alright, cool. Enduring reflection, now up and running. Alright, so... And boom. Alright, drums and dances. 2 heart, 1 nectar. So what's next after that? So, we've got 2 metal, and I don't think metal's going to be any good of anything here right now. Yeah. Beguiling, we need to do some stuff here. Alright, so we've got 1 heart. Could we... So what do we want to do here? Which of these skills do we want to bring up? If you want to bring up drums and dancing, we're going to need to use... Well, we could use this again. No, wait, you need to use a heart-based one. Or a nectar-based one. We'd have to use this. And use that with this to increase that. No, that doesn't work. Yes, this is Grail-based. Grail... How did these two go together, anyways? Grail and Sky. Okay. this lesson here is heart and nectar, and this one is moon and... Yeah, well, we managed to get something that's not really doable. Could use enduring reflection yet again in order to be able to do that, but again, I'd rather use something that we had an actual purpose for, but this one has no purpose. Could. Brett's already at that point. Alright, so I got a bunch of stuff here. What's this one do? Hold on. Let's just do it this way. Because this one will work with either one, I think. Like, is this one... That one's got... Yeah, we could use this. The thing is, we definitely need this. Okay, so that would be edge here. Oh, let's just see what this does. Sharps. Metal. This would need this lesson, right? And then it would need 2 of either... none of these would work. Only that would work. Those 2 wouldn't work as well. Ah, good grief. Alright, so if we pull out sharps... What's this one? Got forge as well, but there's no forge. Yeah. It'd be doable. Love to increase that one, but we don't have the right for it. So, yeah. We're looking at 2 possibilities here. Now, what I can do is I can regenerate 1 soul fragment. That one's going to have to be appropriate for for this skill, however. Alright, so if I regenerate, say... Faust here. That would give me the sky I need to go with this, but that wouldn't go with either one of these lessons. Alright, so what about Whist? We grab Whist, we grab one of these. Oh, sorry, no, if we grab Trist. Grab that, we get the moon. We have this access to moon here. We then would have to get a moon-based skill, which is interesting. Moon-based skill. Ah, you're driving me nuts here. The Beguiling Melody, oh, duh. We're just going to sleep on that. It fits Teresa's bed. We'll be fine with that. This one's not the issue. So what we could do is grab, say, let's grab this one right here. There's Sky, right? What if we grab Bells and Braziers? Okay. What lessons can we fit? We can't fit either lesson in for it, unfortunately. Bloody hell. Alright, so that won't work. Love for it to work, but it won't work. So what we need to do is we need to decide which attribute we're building up. Now, this one would give us, of course, the option of the moon. Where we got moon. Actually, I like the inks of containment a ton, but we need to get 2 that, which we can't do. So we're going to need moon, anything at a level 1. We may not have, actually. Been quite a... Wolf Stories. I guess we can use that. Wolf Stories is moon. We've got this here. We just need to... Let's grab another salt one. And that would be that. We can use metal in order to read salt. Now, that means that we're going to have to increase... We'll have to replace Trist here. Grab in start. Grab in sixpence. Get that started. While that's going on to do the regen, we'll grab metal. We'll use that to read the Pale Lady again. That will give us the salt memory. Where are we? Pale Lady, salt memory. That's it. The Pale Lady and the Prince of Wines. You don't actually need a book for this. I've already mastered this. Yeah, okay. Pale Lady, Prince of Wines. Let's get that knocked out. Okay. Now, while that's going on, we still have one more with the metal there. We may use that just to work. Of course, once we get to the bedtime, we'll drop Beguiling Melody in, and that will save it. We'll use this one up. We'll have this one in reserve for tomorrow. That's how it's going to go. Now, I don't think... You've got already 4 books in reserve here. I don't think we need to do another reading. So, yeah, let's just see what we've got here. What I'm going to do... Grab this and just do a thing look. Sometimes I'm just curious. Okay, fringe lamp. Okay, nothing big. This one, I think we've done that one. We found that Abra Southie. Let me do who that is. Let's see. Wonder if you can do that with wall art. Probably just gives you a thing there. I'm also looking for any busts we might have missed. Kinda wish you could just say bust. Alright, hold on a second. Well water. Get that into position. That's up and running. And so's this. Alright, so what we've got now is we need to grab wolf stories. Don't really use that much, but we don't know what how good it could be used for. Let's just increase it, shall we? There you go. Consider. Deep breath. Alright, so that's just this to deal with, the only non-persistent memory we have. Okay. So. Deep breath. Oh yeah, get the water back into place. Do that. To our lovely beverage storage facility here. That's what I would repurpose this. If we haven't got a gardener, I'm going to find a use for it, damn it. Deep breath. And after that, like I said, when we get to dusk, we will once again place this into the bed, and then that will be that. We definitely want to look at something today, but I may just randomly pick something. What exactly? I could probably just look at anything. No, I'm desperately looking for more busts, though. That's not really what I wanted. No, those are furnishings, not items. Pause. It's not an object. Separate object there. Wolf Stories is now at 2. Excellent, excellent. You know what? I'm going to put it right back, but I'm actually interested. What happens if I look at this? Investigate. Valentine died 2 centuries ago. The stone is much newer, like 2 decades, which basically begs the idea of what it's doing here. What's we got? Being ready to retire for the night. I'm curious. I don't know if when the shifts, whether this would shift as well. Don't idea. Okay. Brian Levinson, 9th librarian of the house. Okay, so Brian, we don't think we've got you yet, do we? 6th, 7th, 8th. So 2 masters as well as he could. Oh, we've got him actually. Cool. Often spoke of his sympathy for Valentine de Wolfe. He commissioned his memorial stone in 1914. By the time it arrived, he had volunteered as a medical officer in the Great War. He never returned, never saw a memorial. It became his own. How sad. Memory touch. There you go. Don't need to retain that one, but I honestly kind of glad we got that part of the story. But these little things, these people who pass through, just leave their stories behind in this great repository. Now that's all that remains of them. Anyways, getting melancholy. Oh, come on. There you go. And that is that. We're going to have our good night's sleep. And we will see what becomes of it. Perchance to dream. Anyways, let's get that going. There you go. And comes the dawn. Been an eventful winter so far. And then we've got, alright, daybreak. Everything in place. Pause. What are you? Ah, yes, this. Excellent. And we have snow again. So, yeah. Notice that snow has no sound because winter is the season of silence. But I think I know, yeah, it's going to be easy to choose which book we're going to be going, but I will, of course, pop around and see you on the other side for the next day. Hang on. And we are back for the next day. Okay, so this time around we have snow makes it kind of easier to choose a couple of things. But, first of all, we're going to do something a little different today on cycle 1. In fact, what we're going to do is we are going to use, let's see, drums and dances, health instead of forge for our observe verb. Say that 3 times fast. Anyways, let's see. Yep, let's grab drums and dances. We'll throw in health this time, plus the lesson, and the memory, which would be the earth sign, which does have, of course, nectar attached to it. And boom. Let's that with 30 seconds will provide our level 2 drums and dances skill, which is actually awesome. So the winter, like I said, is going to make this a little easier to determine which book we want. And I think, let's see, what one we want is not that one. Now this one we can't actually read. You got ear compression, even though it is a winter book. So we're going to have to find, let's see, this one, level 10, also popular language for winter. What about, yes, I think we have, yeah, we understand Aramaic, so we will just, which one is it? Hang on. Oh, for crying out loud. Where was it? Ah, this one. The World Does Not Weep, which is actually pretty high, no, mid-level tier book in Cultist Simulator, I think, for winter. But anyways, Brown Joshua found this in a well in Hamath. It's an unlikely story. It was abandoned by Alexander during his retreat from Ishus. Remember that Alexander was an aspect or possibly devotee or an incarnation of the Colonel. Now, when he retreated from ISIS is when he gave up expanding his empire, because he learned the secret of betrayal, which is that he could create an empire but it'd fall apart because every authority automatically brings out a rebel in the form of the Lionsmith in the Hours itself that will endlessly try to bring down the empire, simply because chaos and order are opposed to each other. In any case, let's go to our usual spot for winter books, which is, of course, going to be good old Solomon's Desk. There you go. There you go. All right. Throw in the snow. Throw in whist. And then throw in, let's see, I think we'll do Snow Stories. It's just always the appropriate one. And we'll get started reading that one. Of course, take one of our cataloged books and put that in position. Now, speaking of catalog books, we're going to do, for our first major thing today, we're going to purify, where is it? We're going to purify this book right here, which is a 14 winter, which means it's going to be a while for we get back to it, from Theoplasma. Now, I believe Theoplasma in ink containment can deal with Themoplasma, and we are going to have to use a level, oh, where does it come on? We're going to have to use a level 7 heart. Now, we can actually do this pretty easily. We're going to need to, first of all, get the appropriate desk, which oops, wrong direction. Okay, it's this one, I believe. The one straining with all the books on top of it. Let's put this into place. That's unfamiliar language, but we won't be translating it, so we should be fine. There's Chore. There's Curious Hunch, and that's 7. We'll throw in the ink. I believe this is appropriate. There you go. And last but not least, we will grab the bowls. Actionate Chthonic Theoplasma, or however you pronounce that. Let's get that purified for our first major task for the day. The second task will be, of course, replacing the Curious Hunch we just used. So we're going to have to roll up and start using our soul fragments to read a few books. We're going to need 2 of the knock memories, of course. We've got that one in operation, so let's grab this one. I think, yeah, we can throw metal in here. All right, then. Start there. Familiar passage. Then we'll grab this one with Fet, I believe, is accessible here. Now, this second part is going to be us trying to use this to bring up our leave. We're going to go for putrefacients and calcinations, because it's just one of my favorite skills. It just sounds so awesome. Anyway, so we're going to need a winter base memory here, and another one from Introduction to History. So let's get that one knocked out. And let's get the last one we're going to need. We're going to need Moth Base, so we can grab that from up here. One of the ones we don't usually use, but is always a viable option. Alright, let's get in here. Alright, so, with all that done... Oh, come on. Get in there. Winter. Alright, so, and last, when we start dealing with Cycle 4, all the things that we have left over, we need to replace our Earth sign there, which is a result of... Oh, there it is. DRQ. I just call it DRQ. I'm not going to keep saying Latin all the time. So, yeah. I'm going to need to find the third desk that's going to be able to take that. And the only desk we have left, I think, is this one? Yeah, I think so. Known as desk, which is going to require... Let's see. Sunlight, Grail, Nectar. Yeah, the only one we're going to be able to do it with is Frost. There you go. And that will get us back our Earth sign, which is a persistent memory. Okay, so the rest of this, going to have to make some decisions. We're going to need the shaft in order to construct the memory. We're going to need Trist in order to combine these two. Metal and Fost. I think we've got one for Fost as well, and that I definitely want. Is this one I think we can use it for? Yep. Definitely want to get a Darity lens. We've been behind and we're getting that back. Alright, so let's grab this one. Darity lens. Let's get that going. I know it's a lot we got going the first cycle here. It's going to like bake the brain of the... going to bake the brain of the computer, I fear. Alright, go for it. That's a lot of work. But we will be able to regenerate the health as per usual using the bed. We can actually even get some cash from using it or gather with it, whatever we want to do. So that'll be that. And we'll need to get some more water, etc., etc., etc. You know how this all goes. Very comfy chair looking. Alright, so the couch. Ooh, winter? Interesting. Sea green. You all probably have a description. We may start making a habit of... There you go, and grow the water. You're going to make a habit of just once a day picking something to read. Speaking of which, let's get the water. Well, it's not actually speaking of which, but I think they're connected. Because everything's connected to reading in this place. Let's replace that water. Now, we don't actually have to gather any more... we don't have to gather any more liquid for this, because... we still have that half there, and we still have the other two saved up for potential use in the shrine down below, so we don't have to remake those. So yeah, we're actually catching slightly ahead on this. We still have the tea as a backup, just in case. So it's good to have more than you need, because a lot of times you're going to have less than what you need. Alright, let's get this cleaned up a bit. Here we go. For 60 seconds, it's going to explode. And... yeah, 7. Let's do this one at a time. Memory pattern. Memory hindsight. Memory secret threshold. Memory salt. Ooh, the book is purified. Excellent. I think to prevent it from just being spilled out, let's put the book in play here so it's usable. Yeah, we'll figure out, we'll reshelve this in a moment. And Darity lens. Excellent. This one doesn't go very far, which is one of the reasons why I did it at the workshop here, so I can just drop it off. And of course, Earth sign. Alright, so let's get these knocked out, because it's going to be a little painful. First of all, secret threshold, memory pattern. Alright. Yapped. And preliminal... I can't even pronounce it. Preliminal meter, which basically means before the threshold. Rhymes before the threshold, which really does make sense in a poetic sense. Alright, let's get that one knocked out. We're also going to need our putrefacients, memory hindsight, lessened, memory salt, and soul fragment, Trist, because we do have a, it does have a moon. Oh, for crying out loud. Why did that happen? It happened because sometimes these bad things happen. Boom. We'll consider that to level 2. And that's like a lot done today already. We haven't even hit noon yet. You know, both soldiers and librarians get more done before 6 o'clock than most people do all day. Get the books back in place. Alright. Being a hell of a lot of efficiency. Alright. The unknown adept who wrote the proclaims the world forgets, but the ivory dove does not. That's the Men's Gate, I believe. The text contains a number of prescriptions for ensuring that certain acts are remembered, including a rite which requires a sacrifice in a particular monstrous mode. Yeah, that actually opens up a rite in the Cultist Simulator that I think requires you to kill someone, which, you know, isn't like the only rite that does that. Level 3, on putrefacients, calcifications, death alters, snow endures. Death is an aspect of transformation, that is for sure. Shortly gonna have to deal with whatever this is. Poor skill-wise. Okay, I can actually find out where I want to. Putrefacients and calcifications, what are the odds? Right. Pause. The hours tried to bury the memory of what happened to the wheel, the flint, the tide, and the seven coil, but the dove will not permit it. Nor will I. That's actually the subject of Hush House Lecture number 3, which is coming up shortly. Nor will he permit what happened to the first egg to be forgotten, although it's perhaps the one thing the Watchman might ever forget, because he's the one who did it. Putrefaction, size 2, hindsight 2. Alright, so we have a level 1 winter aspect. I don't think we do. And if we did, I'm not even sure it's the right type. We could do anything with it. Alright, so yeah, they'll probably just have to be dealt with tomorrow. Just, yeah, I don't see any easy ways to getting that done, especially with our current status. I mean, we could easily get Trist reset, and we also would need... Yeah, I want to think about this between episodes. I mean, between sections, just to make it a little easier. Yep, our health is back. Now, what do we do with it? Do we make money? Do we gather? We can gather. So let's gather, I think it's land time and not shore time. So let's, get that knocked out. Just, we know... Oh, that one. Yep, that'll do it. Can use language ones for that. I found it hilarious. We just go back practicing languages back and forth across the moor. Alright, so that gathering will be done shortly, and let's get this one cataloged with the other 10, with the other winters, which is right here. Yep, as you can see, we're really getting organized here when it comes to our books. Seems cozy. Anyways, let's get this into place. Now, these are 10s, and I want to get one that's as close as possible. Okay, 4, obviously 16 doesn't go next to the 4. 14, 14, and 12. I guess 12 will be the closest. Hang on. A 12? There's not a 12. We'll get to the book in a moment. Seriously? Come on. There you go. This a 12? That's a 12. Alright, so... grab this 12, which is knock, of course. And we'll stick that. But too long. Well, at least we can do this. A little weird ways the way we have to sort these. Alright, so there you go. Slowly but surely. Curious Hunch is now back in play. Okay. And let's get the shelving done. Can we get another one here? Like this one? 14. Yep. That's also a 14, right? That's 12, but that 14. So we can put that. No, we can put this here, and then boom, we've got it. Oof. Only 3 on the shelf. Wow. That's the thing, is that we are kind of doing so. Okay, somebody told me I should take a better look at the chick's sustenance. Alright, so it's a soul fragment, right? Separate food. Oh. Has to be remains. Okay, so... curiously, what happens if we give it an egg? Give the beastie an egg. Hit it. Reminds me we still have to feed you. Yeah. That's another U-blank. We can work with this. We can turn into pears. Which is awesome. It's actually almost exactly what I wanted. Almost exactly. There's one that has 3 nectar into it, but I think it's rarer. Get this in with the rest of the wood samples. Uh-huh. How are you? Oh, that was terrible. Utterly and completely terrible. Yeah. Evening already. Looks like we'll have to put Beguiling Melody in the bed again. Can we get in there? Didn't actually use it today. Can always be used sometime. Oh, for crying out loud. Apparently I'm not tired yet. And... Full beastie. Yep, we can now have a pet gull. Noisy and demanding as was in his youth, but much bigger. 2 sky, 1 moon. Excellent. You know, we probably could find more of those if you really wanted to. We really wanted to. Shh. Well, that was noisy. Well, it's a gull. What am I expecting? Dream on the melody again, would you? And yeah, I'm going to leave you and the cat staring at each other because I consider that to be a fair fight. I really do. Oh boy, that was a day. We got quite a bit done, actually. And pretty crisp pace, too. Didn't spend any money, didn't earn any money. So, some 0 day in that regard. So, let's see. What else do we want to... We'll have to see what the weather is and then make our plans. But yeah, what skill should we use? This one I'm thinking is probably going to be the biggest one. Inks are important, as we're going to be using them to generate inks. And at some point, it may be useful to remove theoplasma. Right now, it doesn't have the right material to do so. Rain it is. So, again, I'll do my usual planning process, and I shall return. All right, bye. Okay, and we are back, and I did try to get Watson to stay in the recording area so we could possibly hear him in the background, but he decided to peace out, so it's just us now. So, starting of course with our first cycle, which is going to be us picking up one of these lovely books here. Get a little closer apparently, and we'll get that one unwrapped. Now, when we actually do get through these, we'll start moving to a little faster outwards doing things. And at that point, I want my skills to be high enough that I don't have to worry too much about, you know, having to find a lot of like, support, like memories and such. For example, we can get 4 of like every particular aspect in a number of our skills, and we're gonna be able to generate 8 right off the bat. So, first of all, second of all, actually, let's get our manual labor for the day started so we can make some money, even though we're getting damn close to our actual yearly payday. We're going to get another pound on top of everything else. Well, what can you say? There's no actual penalty for being frugal in this particular scenario. Cycle 2, which of course is going to be us doing our readathon. So, I believe this one, the Calcinate Supplications, will be what we read today. It's a Grail one, and of course with our Rain card, we have 2. Grail, which is going to make it considerably easier. So let's pop over to Eva's desk. And we will throw in the book. Let's see, I think today we're going to use Chore. I've got a plan for Arab right now. And the Rain, which gives us 4. And of course, Dreams and Dissolutions, which of course give us the Birth. Now this book, of course, is the Prayers Addressed to the Red Grail by the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot. Yeah, our favorite goddess worshipping cult with dark secrets, whose, temple we have in the basement. We haven't even fully uncovered yet. We could find some really freaky stuff down there. But just remember, they worship the concepts of desires, birth, and death. So, yeah, not exactly going to be... how should I put this? Not exactly going to be light reading, is my guess. Let's get that started. Alright, so, for my next part. So the first major thing we're going to do is that we are actually going to go get some help. See, it's been a while since we've cleared a room, and, it's probably overdue, and we're going to be doing something a little strange here. So, yeah, we're going to actually pop out the good Reverend Timothy to assist us. Now, while he's doing that, I'm going to be having to... this journal going so you see, because I do want to keep up with my idea of having him clear as much of this jail as we can, so he can see what his precious cult of order gets up to. I like to break people by shattering their illusions. It doesn't make me evil, it just makes me... genuine, I like to say. Anyways, so let's get... we're going to need the journal for this one, so let's get that read, and let's grab our good old friend Fett. It's like the first disposable one we have. Okay, so that's going to be for him. I know it's a forge book because it's going to be a little weird, but we're going to use Timothy over there for a forge-based room clearing, because I could use a smith, but again, it's not this one. This one here, the Worm-Eaten Hall. I could use a smith a lot easier, but honestly, yeah, like I say, I'm kind of punishing him. I know it's all RP and not being, min-maxing, but I just don't have as much fun playing this as a min-maxer. I like to have a bit of a, how do I put this? A bit of a theme to it all. Anyways, let's get these two going. Now, this part's going to be for trying to advance one of our winter skills with purifications and calcinations lesson. So, get that started over here, and we've got that one filled. Let's break this puppy open. I think Shapt would be our greatest choice here. I don't think I'll be using that for much. So we'll get Shapt, then we'll get the Introduction to Histories for another winter-based memory for our skill advancement. And we're using a Tryst, by the way, since it does also include a moon. So I didn't actually mess myself up there. And this one's going to be important for our second major task, because the lesson upgrade is usually considered a minor task. Now this one's going to be for our creation using that U blank we just got. Let's see. It's got two. On the using the evil altar. Using, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Ah, come on up. Now, the thing is, I think we can use, one of these, the earth sign, and that should be 4. Let's grab leaves and thorns for 2, and let's put that there, actually, and then put the liquid there. And we can actually regenerate our pairs, because I've been using those pairs up this turn. I've only got one set, so I want to get that started. And last but not least, since we're going to need herb, actually, hang on, we could probably go without herb if I'm thinking this properly. Let's see. So yeah, we're going to need this Tryst down here for the lesson. We've got 3 loose ones here. Herb, we're using edge one. Does this have edge capacity? Does not. Okay, we may have to wait. Or actually, no, it's got Grail. We've got another, I think we have, no, that's not Grail up there, unfortunately. Let's see, this one could use, I think we actually don't have anything accessible there. Come on, up, 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 I said. Nope. And over here, can use, yeah, we can use herb, actually. It does have Grail, which is good. And we'll get that persistent persistent 2 nectar memory back. Okay, and there we go. We still have 3 fragments to go, plus of course we'll be regenerating 2 of them. Just get that going so we can have it up here. And that's just how we start our day. Alright, pause. So yeah, the beguiling memory goes back into our thing. Now we could have actually used that for part of the thing, but we didn't even really need it that much. Yeah. I mean, sure, we can just also keep that one going forward, and we can't keep the weather one going forward, so might as well, we can. And let's get Timothy going. Hello, Timothy. I know it's been a while, but we do need you. Alright, so first things first. Let's get good old Timothy a good talking to about the metal. Instinct and inspiration determination. We're going to roll up our sleeve sleeves. Ugh, shirt sleeves. Ugh. Basic brain just struck there. Alright, so yeah, we get down there. Okay, so while that's going on, we're still waiting for, of course, our book to be cataloged. So that's going to be the next major part right here. One step at a time. And then we'll be doing our favorite thing, which is indulging in water in our bed. I know it's just water, but oh, the Iron Book. The Manual of the Order Liminae, an order of quasi-immortals who've sustained a secret enclave at the source of the river Limnia in the Roman province of Hispania Galatia, Spain. The manual is compiled by one Merli Vini, who claims to have traveled to join the Ordo from the crossroads of water. I know that is from the... I can't actually read it, Racine. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Put you in there. Alright. I know that some from Cultist Simulator, but I don't remember any particular details. So, let's get to bed. Eva liked to say a lot. And let's grab a glass of water, which is probably not what she did in bed that often. Alright, so let's get that started. Simultaneously, we'll go over here to our beverage storage container, a shed, which used to be the gardener's shed, but I have repurposed it. And we are going to serve ourselves up the next lovely glass of fresh water. Yeah, could have just drank it from the pitcher, but I am not a barbarian. You may continue. And then we would just replace it. Pause. Alright. You now have a 2 forge. Okay. Actually kind of curious. I don't need the candles to actually do this, but I'm wondering, do we actually have forge candles? We do. Well, that's hilarious. You know, I've got 3 of them. He's here. Oof. It's kind of iffy whether I should do it or not. Let's just continue our usual shtick. Next thing's going to be eating the pears, which we've already got 1 bowl right here. So let's get Jeremy. Sorry, Timothy. You've earned your name. I will use it. Another 6. I love the 4 that produces. And then we're going to run over here and get ready to give him a cup of tea. The Veiled Goddess tea, in fact, which has 2 forge. So, get that served. I mean, who knew that hydrating would be my secret power? Alright, so, break this out. It goes there, and we now have a lovely glass of Veiled Goddess tea to give to him. Plus, in a moment, we'll have a memory to share with him as well. Like I said, we're actually going to make that 11 using Jeremy. Now, first things first. 6 pence. Now, let's take that help. Okay. Let's take that health, toss it in here, and give it a good shilling. No, we're not getting assistance from a fisherman. Thank you very much. That could have gone badly. Boom. Next, it's going to be memory salt. Excellent. Next, memory hindsight. Excellent. Then we're going to have foresight. And then we're going to have... know it, Earth Sign. Oh, that's a lot of memories to go over. But in any case, we should probably get that started. Yeah. A lot of soul fragments have gone through, too. Okay, and... oop, gonna need to do this one a bit, too, but not right away. I had a bit of a reminder set there. Okay, so, yeah. Let's get some of these back in place. Pale ones go here, the colorful ones go there. Boom. There we are. Go ahead and start now. I'll be right with you. Deep breath. Oh, alright. He is now currently at a 6. So, we will give him a good cup of tea. Alright. I'll bring him to 8. While that's going on, we can choose which skill we're going to be upgrading. And I think... get up here. Okay, I think what we should do... well, hang on one second. Come right down to it. Don't have a lot of winter ones compared to, say, moon ones. Which of the 2 do I want to bring up? I could... I think it has to be winter since I brought 2 winter skills. So let's just go with Ragged Crossroads. Trist. That doesn't work. Oops. So it has to be a moon-based one. Okay, I can deal with that. Alright, I wanted inks. That was it. That was it. That's why I used that way. Bring the inks up to 3 because inks are rather important, and it is also one of the skills that removes a contagion on the book. Let's get that sorted out. Ooh, still got 1 floss too. Okay, there we go. And yeah, continuing. Don't have a lot of a 4th cycle here. We've had a busy day. Still have the memory, foresight, still have the fast, and yeah. Pause a moment. Excellent. You can replace our pears now. Our evil pears, actually. always cliche when it does that. Alright, so... should probably get a book in place here. The fours one's going to be the easiest one to slip in. Oh, that's what we'll do. God, it's the only like 4 I got left. Alright, the inks are now at level 3. Jeremy is now... Timothy is now at level 8. So, let's throw in Memory Foresight, and that will give him 10, which is one short of what we need. Anything else going on today? Relatively easy day so far, although we do have to get the clearing still done. And we will be drawing up water in just a moment. Ooh. If we should remember not, let our children remember in their redmost dreams. Our prayer describes how sufficient grail aspect can be used with Tridimusaharia to give life, a little life to a doll twisted from track. Yeah, we know there is a way to get dolls, to create those doll, one-shot doll tools we desperately need to use more often. Ah, there we are. Okay, so we've got a couple things going on here. First things first. Wait, isn't the... Ah, there we go. Better now. Excellent. 3 soul fragments. One of those is immediately going to replace the water we just did up, because that's what I do with that health thing every day. You draw water. Water is sacred. Water is life. Alright, so there's that. Next. Moon and Grail. Well, that's going to be fun. We should also put this into storage as Grail. If I've got room for it. Alright, and the last but not least, Timothy, we're going to give you a tool. You are definitely our tool. You deserve a tool. That one gives you an additional 11. Gives you a total of 11, which means you are going to be useful for cleaning up my room. I think that... What is that, anyways? I mean, it looks like a cafeteria to me, so that's what I'm guessing it is. Prisons have cafeterias, after all. Anyways, let's get that started while we try to figure out where we're putting this book. Because I think we're out of room for... Oh, we got room for one more Grail book. And I think that'll do. Yep. So yeah, we'll need a bigger shelf shortly. We always need a bigger shelf. And let's get these two off of here. And here, just to get the desk a little clearer. We're getting closer to doing that. Like I said, shelf space is my limiting factor here. The thing is, I've got 2 of these, right? Memory satisfaction, and I've got that. I can access any Grail ability I want to upgrade it if I'm quick enough. And actually, I could do 2 of them. I'll need 2 soul fragments to do this, and I don't have an earth one, and I don't have a moth one available. So, our best bet is to get kind of crazy here. First of all, let's restore herb, because that's definitely Grail-based. We're going to be spending most of the money we made today, of course. And second of all, let's run back into bed and regenerate our Grail, which is far more appropriate use for this bed, I'm thinking. Anyways, we'll use our backup tea, and we will use chore. There you go. Those will let us get those skills back up, until we won't be wasting those lessons. Heck of a day, really. Alright, meanwhile, as soon as we're done clearing it there, I'll use the metal in order to generate additional income. He is now at 11. So, Jerem, Timothy, you're handy now, so be handy. The place resembles the unmistakable trace, bears the unmistakable traces of worms, the serpents which are no serpents, in other words, the reality devours. They're almost certainly gone, but we'll take no chances. Worms are difficult to extract from buildings and much harder to evict from people. Alright, go do your exorcism thing. Okay, so yeah, we're just waiting at this point. And Foss will probably be used to look at... No, actually, I know exactly what we'll be using it for. We're going to be using it to create another Derived lens, because I want 2 of them for my use. Let's see, where are you? There you go. Actually, we're being unkind. I really, really need to feed you. Okay, and I think, yeah, we've got... Right, there it is. So we're putting the extra over here instead. Let's get you fed. Pause. Excellent. The water's in place. Alright, so let's get the water back in place. Hang on a second, everyone. Alright, so water goes back in here. Right there. Ah, that's regenerated. First things first, let's grab... Let's see. Petiments and precursors. Growing memory satisfaction, the lesson, and then herb. So the boom. There you go. We'll finally be able to use that bloody beguiling memory as a sticking arrow ahead this entire episode. No chance to do that because I decided to feed the beast. And boom, there we go. Jail hall, because I think they pronounce it jail. Or Gaol or something like that. Here the guards and prisoners would take their meals, hopefully not at the same time. Sometimes callers, too, would descend from his tower, probably the warden, discuss philosophy with poisoners, ethics with Antillians, and theology with Leverites. After all, he would generally burn his notes. Aha. And we have, of course, more books. I never thought the cafeteria would have 4 books, but... Okay, sir, we can do that here. Oh, look, another glass of water, and another... Yeah, maybe we'll store the extra here. Oh, good lord. Well, you know, we needed this water. A chessboard and coffee. Alright, I'll figure out what to do with this all. But yeah, we've got the... Oh, I like the mop and bucket. It's a tool and a... Yeah, we'll find a use for that for you, Jeremy, because... Yeah, we'll get you up to there. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I want to do as much... Yeah, there we go. As possible with him. And that mop's going to make it even funnier because it's actually a tool appropriate for me forcing him to clean out this jail. Meanwhile, oh boy. We've got to find a place for all of this. The problem is every time I do that, this is what happens. Suppose we can put one here for now. One here. Alright, so everybody pause for a moment. Yes, Jeremy, you can go home. Skill is now level 2, and this one right here. Oh, come on. You know you're there somewhere. Ah, resurgence and emergences. About birth and death. Well, it's highly appropriate. Beguiling memory, which we actually can use now. Good thing to keep these things around. And Derrida lens. Alright, so, first things first, let's get the water in place. In the bedroom. Let's put that up again. And we actually can put the water here in the backup and then grab the other water. The coffee. What are we going to do with that? Put that there for now, so I know exactly where it is. But it also will spare us a health for tomorrow. We can use it for gathering. Oh, good. Oh, good lord. That's actually an extra now. Good. We're going to be a little bit ahead. And yes, Terrence is feeling much better now. You're welcome. No animals. What are you going to expect? Gratitude. Alright, so... Well, that'll work. Yeah, we need more of those. 4 grail's a hell of a tool. And there you go. I think we've done most of the day there, which is absolutely fascinating. We got that much done in a day. And yeah, we're going to have to be dealing with the... Well, next episode we'll probably have Timothy clean out one of these two as he slowly begins to uncover the dark truth of the Suppression Bureau. We know the dark truth, but we need to bust it out. And, you know, making him doubt his own superiors will mean that he's probably going to report... We can get him to report less on us and have more of our indulgences within the Red Grail's worship. I mean, I have no idea what's here or here, but that's their graveyard. But what are these 2 rooms? What did the Grail Sisterhood get up to when nobody was looking? The fact that they had to hide a kitchen for meals that are too dangerous next to the temple kind of suggests something. I mean, ritual cannibalism isn't only just for, isn't only just for Christians and wafers. Anyways, sometimes it's not even symbolic. Because after all, I have been known to feed corpses to my followers in Cultist Simulator. Ooh. Well, somebody's visiting. Hopefully they got a good language score. And yes, it's now the first day of spring, so we made it, everyone. Yay, us. Anyways, sunny day, first day of spring. That's a good sign. And yeah, that means we're going to be making a lot of work cut out for us, because that means we can start actually gathering things from the garden. Not that we need a lot, but things to think about. This, of course, our stipend. There we go. £2. Oh, good lord. Cash is no longer an issue. We probably should get a little bit of... Yep, tin. That's worth 3. We'll see if we'll be paying this person to do something, or if we're going to be paid to do something for us. And this water will be what we consume today, so we don't have to do that. We've still got the coffee in reserve. It's a good day. Blessed be the Lady of Spring for bringing once forth again the fruits of the earth. Anyways, this is Fantastic Worlds. Your Curia, letting you know that visiting hours for Hush House are now open. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we hope to see you again here at Book of Hours on Lovecraft Country. Have a lovely day. Like, share, subscribe as per usual. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.